Namaskar, I am Prakash Astrologer presenting you Taurus yearly forecast for 2019. All the predictions which I am presenting in front of you are based on your moon sign. This prediction has got nothing to do with your sun sign whatsoever. Please find out about your moon sign, then learn about these predictions. These predictions have got nothing to do with your sun sign whatsoever. You can find out about your moon sign from your birth chart. That is very easy thing to do. Find out about your moon sign, then follow this prediction. If your moon sign is Taurus, then this yearly forecast 2019 is fair for you. Let's talk about Taurus yearly forecast. Let's talk about dynamics of Taurus. Dynamics are the 4 planets which have a great impact on anybody. Saturn, which represents your profession, career, financial backing, income resources, financial opportunities. Saturn represents your status, prestige and honor as well. Jupiter represents your matrimonial life, your marriage life, the birth of a child. If you're professional qualified, the base of your career. Jupiter is based on that one. Rahu and Ketu, sudden impacts, mishappenings, positive, negative, both. Positive happening and mishappenings, both. Health issues, hidden issues. So these 4 dynamics, the dynamics of Taurus, the 4 transit we have to define for everybody. Let's talk about Saturn's effect for Taurus in this 2019. Saturn effect on Taurus for 2019. May I say that since 26th of October 2017 till 24th of January 2020, Saturn will be back in 8th house, Sagittarius. Transit of Saturn in the 8th house from your moon sign Taurus. The whole timing is causing Saturn's Dhaya. Dhaya is 2.5 years. It's not Sadhisati, it's Dhaya. And the Paya of Saturn is iron. Taurus, due to which you will face a lot of fatigue in your flow of income, and you come across major obstacles, delays, waste of time, complications and health issues. Health-wise, do take care of your skin, joints. Any issue with your joints, any issue with your skin, any issue with your back or hip, bones, digestive systems. At times, tension level and expenditure can be quite high. Taurus, due to Saturn's Dhaya, your ability will be recognized and appreciated by professional people, a professional organization. There might be a change in your job and profession. Taurus, be careful if you are going through any court cases. At times, you will feel nothing is going according to your will, desire, expectations. Please be aware of any accident, fine, penalty, punishment. Taurus, do take care of your personal relationship, friend circles. Please make sure you're not involved in any kind of arguments or living conflicts. Taurus, make sure that you refrain from any legal conflicts. At times, your professional achievement will be there, but you might not be able to enjoy all the comfort of your gain. Whatever you do, Taurus, please refrain from any kind of scandal, self-destructive path, intoxication, alcohol, foul company, bad company, non-vegetarian food, seafood, and illicit affairs. Taurus, at times you will have a lot of urge to have an affair and you want to enjoy the pleasure. Your expenditure will be higher due to family and situations. There might be an emotional distance develop between you and the family members, between you and your life partner, between you and the friends. Taurus, you must look after your flow of income. The journey of Saturn into the 8th house from your moon sign signifies trouble time. During this particular time, most of you are likely to go through rough phase at time in the work, in business or in any field of activity. Most of you will even lose work due to its number of different reasons. You may be attached to or attracted towards addictions, gambling, keeping bad company, foul company. Some of may even be imprisoned as a result of keeping a foul company or acting on the behalf of foul company. You may lose your name, fame. status, prestige, honor in society. Taurus, some of you may think of renouncing the world. Travel is on the cards. You have to take care of your finances and expenditure. Expenditure can be unexpected expenditure. Health could be a cause of concern, especially your joints. You're likely to develop serious health issue. Look after you. Beware of any arthritis or any issue with digestive system, lower abdomen. Taurus, your family demands your attention during this particular phase. Due to your planetary changes, they might also have to face troubled time. Taurus, you may lose a family member or a pet. Avoid any kind of argument with those which are close to you, and you will tend to create a new enemies within your own family at this time. Tasks which you can rectify your Saturn. Task number 1. Do wear an emerald cut golden yellow sapphire and a silver square pendant around your neck. Task number 2. You must keep black dog. Task number 3. Please bury 8 kg black salt in the ground on Saturday early morning between 4:30 and 6:30 a.m. You must keep silver square piece with you all the time in your pocket as a protection. Precaution for Taurus. Due to Saturn's position in 8th house, Saturn's Dhaya, refrain from a communication gap between you and your life partner. Refrain from communication gap between you and your own people, your friends, your colleagues. Refrain from consuming any form of intoxication, alcohol, smoking, non-vegetarian food, seafood, illicit relationship. Make sure you refrain from any conflict with your elders. Chanting which will protect you. Due to Saturn's position in 8th house, Aum Sharim Harim Strim Hum Fat. 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 And the procedure is just having a shower, wear a clean clothes before you start this chanting. Requirement is jug of water. Timing is day or night. Devote minimum 48 minutes, 72 minutes, 96 minutes, 120 minutes, 145 minutes. Asana have to be blanket on which you can sit. Direction have to be northeast facing. That's important for this chanting. Let's talk about for Taurus. Jupiter's effect on Taurus for 2019. Jupiter's house is going to create an impact or effect on Taurus for 2019. Transit of Jupiter in 7th house for Taurus. Starting date is since 11th of October 2018 till 29th of March 2019. This is the first phase. Jupiter's impact and Jupiter transit in 7th house for Taurus. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 7th house from your moon sign Taurus. This brings in good timing in your life. You may expect to enjoy physically and material comforts, and you'll enjoy exotic cuisines, acquiring a property, enjoy leisure time, being entertained thoroughly, even to expect to be honored by higher authority. Taurus, a good timing could also be expected in your social life. You may expect to meet a befriend of man of distinction who could also be very beneficial for you. Personally, you would also be noticed for your smart speech, intellectual eminence. This time may make you stay outdoor, performing auspicious deeds. Taurus, health would remain be fine. Your profound character and bodily grandeur will be noticed at this time. You're also likely to experience fulfillment of your desire, comfortable home, luxuries, lifestyle. If you're a singles, you may consider trying a knot. Couple may consider addition to the family, like conceiving a baby. If you're married, you're likely to enjoy heightened personal bliss with your partner during this particular time. Jupiter in 7th house, during this particular phase, your intimate one-to-one encounter with other person can show you aspect of yourself and world around you. By and large, this transit favors the formation and maintenance of all kind of partnership, joint ventures, including marriage. Although this transit of 7th house of Jupiter by itself does not especially indicate marriage, but sometimes situations like marriage, relationship or companionship or romantic life. It does make a marriage work very well this time. During this particular transit, Jupiter in 7th house, you'll encounter people who can help you out in various ways. You approach all relationship with this idea that you and the other person should help each other. You also not inclined to go it all alone. You would do very well advised not to. You will be very much needed another person's assistance at this time. Not because you are weak individual, but because the other person fulfills individuality. This is also a good timing to call in a professional for any kind of assistance, especially lawyer, but also a doctor, other consultant as well, as a personal counselor. If you have to go through court at this time, especially in a civil court, the outcome should be favorable. Although it's important to make sure that you have every angle covered. Don't take this transit for granted. You might overlook some details that could trip you up. And also, may I say that don't try to get more than you do, nor overestimate what you are to get. That could get you into trouble. Jupiter's transit in 7th house, with every Jupiter's transit, this one requires a certain amount of moderation in order to get the most out of it. Jupiter referred to foreign places and persons. This transit could indicate that your partnership or close companionship with a foreign person, or it could be indicating a joint venture with somebody who have a background from abroad or different background from yourself, and you have to expand your views and your understanding of the world simply to deal with this person. Any intimate relationship at this time will certainly have a consciousness expanding effect upon you. In other words, this relationship won't permit you to continue in a narrow frame of reference. If you are married under this influence, your partner is likely to be slightly older than you, who has established himself or herself in the world. Your respect for this person is one of the main factors that attract you. This is a sign of a person more experienced than yourself. So whenever you're going to face any of the following situations, circumstances, planetary position, number one, if you're going through a personal conflicts, lack of personal happiness or comfort. 2, loss due to fire, loss due to theft or cheating or deception. 3, joint ventures losses, loss of reputation. 4, financial crisis or legal conflict. Or second house is occupied with any other planet. First house or second house or fifth house or seventh house or ninth house or 12th house occupied with Saturn, Venus or Mercury or Rahu. Or ninth house is occupied with Mercury. Or first house is empty when Jupiter is in the 7th house. So these are the different scenario situations. The tasks you can rectify the Jupiter. Please, task number 1, please do organize Namak Chamak Rudrabhishek with yellow flowers. Task number 2, please refrain from keeping rak, bhabhuti, dry flower statues, taweez in your possession or in your residence. 3, third task, refrain from giving your warm clothes to anybody. This is important, so please do this task. Transit of Jupiter in 8th house from your moon sign Taurus. The date starts from 29th of March 2019 till 22nd April 2019. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 8th house. May I say this? Is transit of Jupiter in the 8th house from your moon sign Taurus. This mostly bring along some sort of disappointment for you. Health would require a lot of attention during this particular time, as you're likely to develop several health issues that might even risk to you. Moreover, you feel exhausted, sometimes no energy, drained. Work would require a lot of effort to see successful completion. Avoid any unnecessary arguments, so concentrate more on your field of work. Refrain from any family row or conflict with anybody. Hold on tightly to your position and honor, as this period also signifies the loss of same along with humiliation. You must look after your health and well-being. You may even have to face the penalty or punishment from the government authority. You might get involved in a litigation, even get imprisoned or fined or being told off. Keeping a close eye on your finances and beware of thieves, thugs, unnecessary expenses. If you are planning to travel, it would be good idea to avoid it during this particular phase. This travel is likely to troublesome, may not give you the expected result. Stay away from arguments or conflict with your family and friends. This might create a new enemies for you. Moreover, your behavior is likely to become irritable, merciless, rash during this particular time. Try to maintain your calm at this time. Jupiter in 8th house, traditionally, this transit sometimes indicates inheritance. But Jupiter's transit comes in everybody's life in 8th house 5 times, minimum 5 times or more. It doesn't mean that you're getting inheritance all the time. No. May I say that Jupiter coming in the 8th house means you're likely to get a benefit from other people's resources. Consequently, this is a good timing to enter into a relationship in which you are and you have another person have to pool your resources, such as business partnership, joint ventures, marriage. This is also a good timing to request a loan from the bank. Unless there is another transit at this time that negates this reading, in general, other people are more than usually willing to help you out in some way. On another level, there will be many powerful but fortunate changes in your life at this time. It may not be as obvious, but any sweeping change that happen now will be for the best and will make your life more richer, more rewarding in the long run. This particular transit also gives you a greater understanding of psychological patterns that operate in your life. If you have recently been through a lot of psychological stress or you've been through quite a lot, that this transit will help you regarding healing process within you. Sometimes this transit can indicate a time of religious or spiritual regeneration, may I say that, awakening inside spiritually, what used to call conversion experience or trance experience. Certainly, you would derive great benefit from studying spirituality or religious exercises, and you feel more relaxed and more wonderful. Whenever you're going to face any of these problems, complications, hassles, like a bad debts, major obstacles and delays, opposition from higher authorities, health problem, relationship conflict, if 3rd house is occupied by another planet, 4th or 7th house is occupied by Mars or Saturn, 12th houses are empty, 2nd, 5th, 9th, 12th house is occupied by Mercury, Venus, Saturn or Rahu, then do these tasks. Task number 1, do donate 8 kilogram turmeric powder to temple in the langar. Task number 2, do donate 8 religious priests dry food for 43 days. Task number 3, do donate dry food in the langar for 8 Thursdays. Task number 4, please do wear astrological activated fine golden yellow sapphire in gold, right hand's index finger. Precaution for Jupiter's transit in 8th house, to maintain a good relationship with your family, especially your parents and father. Transit of Jupiter in 7th house from your moon sign Taurus. The date starts from 22nd April 2019 till 5th of November 2019. Transit of Jupiter again in 7th house from your moon sign Taurus. The date starts from 22nd April 2019 till 5th of November 2019. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 7th house from your moon sign Taurus. This brings in good timing in your life. You may expect to enjoy physically and material comforts, and you'll enjoy exotic cuisines, acquiring a property, enjoy leisure time, being entertained thoroughly, even to expect to be honored by higher authority. Taurus, a good timing could also be expected in your social life. You may expect to meet a befriend of a man of distinction who could also be very beneficial for you. Personally, you would also be noticed for your smart speech, intellectual eminence. This time may make you stay outdoor, performing auspicious deeds. Taurus, health would remain be fine. Your profound character and bodily grandeur will be noticed at this time. You're also likely to experience fulfillment of your desire, comfortable home, luxuries, lifestyle. If you're a single, you may consider trying a knot. Couple may consider addition to the family, like conceiving a baby. If you're married, you're likely to enjoy heightened personal bliss with your partner during this particular time. Jupiter in 7th house, during this particular phase, your intimate one-to-one encounter with other person can show you aspect of yourself and world around you. By and large, this transit favors the formation and maintenance of all kind of partnership, joint ventures, including marriage. Although this transit of 7th house of Jupiter by itself does not especially indicate marriage, but sometimes situations like marriage, relationship or companionship or romantic life, it does make a marriage work very well this time. During this particular transit, Jupiter in 7th house, you'll encounter people who can help you out in various ways. You approach all relationship with this idea that you and the other person should help each other. You also not inclined to go it all alone. You would do very well advised not to. You will be very much needed another person's assistance at this time. Not because you are weak individual, but because the other person fulfills individuality. This is also a good timing to call in a professional for any kind of assistance, especially lawyer, but also a doctor, other consultant as well, as a personal counselor. If you have to go through court at this time, especially in a civil court, the outcome should be favorable. Although it's important to make sure that you have every angle covered. Don't take this transit for granted. You might overlook some details that could trip you up. And also, may I say that don't try to get more than you do, nor overestimate what you are to get. That could get you into trouble. Jupiter's transit in 7th house, with every Jupiter's transit, this one requires a certain amount of moderation in order to get the most out of it. Jupiter referred to foreign places and persons. This transit could indicate that your partnership or close companionship with a foreign person, or it could be indicating a joint venture with somebody who have a background from abroad or different background from yourself, and you have to expand your views and your understanding of the world simply to deal with this person. Any intimate relationship at this time will certainly have a consciousness expanding effect upon you. In other words, this relationship won't permit you to continue in a narrow frame of reference. If you are married under this influence, your partner is likely to be slightly older than you, who has established himself or herself in the world. Your respect for this person is one of the main factors that attract you. This is a sign of a person more experienced than yourself. So whenever you're going to face any of the following situations, circumstances, planetary position, number 1, if you're going through a personal conflicts, lack of personal happiness or comfort. 2, loss due to fire, loss due to theft or cheating or deception. 3, joint ventures losses, loss of reputation. 4, financial crisis or legal conflict. Or second house is occupied with any other planet. First house or second house or fifth house or 7th house or 9th house or 12th house occupied with Saturn, Venus or Mercury or Rahu. Or 9th house is occupied with Mercury. Or first house is empty when Jupiter is in the 7th house. So these are the different scenario situations. The task you can rectify the Jupiter. Please, task number 1, please do organize Namak Chamak Rudrabhishek with yellow flowers. Task number 2, please refrain from keeping rak, bhabhuti, dry flower statues, taweez in your possession or in your residence. 3, third task, refrain from giving your warm clothes to anybody. This is important. So please do this task. Going to talk about Rahu and Ketu's effect on Taurus. Rahu Ketu's effect for Taurus for the 2019. Rahu and Ketu's effect on Taurus for 2019. Rahu's position in 2nd house, Ketu's position in 8th house for Taurus. On 23rd of March 2019, Rahu is going to leave Cancer and transit in Gemini. Ketu is going to leave Capricorn and transit in Sagittarius on 23rd March at UK time, 13 minutes past 8 in the morning till 19th September 2020. Timing is 6 minutes past 5 in the evening. So Rahu is going to leave, when I say Rahu's position in second house, going to acquire a second and leave the third house, going into second house. Ketu is going to leave, may I say that, going to leave the ninth house and acquiring the 8th house position. So on 23rd March 2019, it will remain there till September 2020. During this particular period, Rahu will move through your second house from your moon sign Taurus. This signifies trouble time financially, physically, socially for you. During this particular period, keep a close eye on your expenditure. Beware of thieves and thugs or any unforeseen expenses which you never thought about it. Take care of your health, your food habits, your diet, particularly this time, the whole timing. Avoid indulging in unknown food or untimely eating. This may develop some sort of stomach disorders during this particular time. Your eyes may also need extra care. Health of your spouse may also become a cause of your concern most of during this particular phase, because Rahu is in the second house, Ketu is in the 8th house. So if you reverse your chart, it will affect your life partner as well. This is a time when you must stay away from all kind of litigation or issue related to the judiciary, or chances are that you may even lose in such cases, especially during this particular time. Avoid any kind of arguments or confusion with your nearest and dearest one. This time may also see you go through a rough phase with your spouse, with your husband-wife relationship can be on the edge. Stay away from any kind of situation where you feel like where you smell foul play, as this so some scandalous related to a person may damage your image in society. So be careful. During this particular phase, Ketu will move through your 8th house from your moon sign Taurus. This mostly signifies physical suffering for you. Take care of your health during this particular time. Avoid risking your life or yourself in any way possible. You are susceptible to developing some sort of a health issue linked with throat, neck, lower abdomen, fever, body pain, back pain, anything to do with digestive system, diseases of reproductive organs may make you experience pain during this particular time. Anything to do with rectum, lower abdomen, digestive system, blood and related problem. Sometime, Taurus, mentally you feel drained out. This particular time you need a doctor and the proper advice. A happening in your place of residence may bring in some sort of a grief during this particular time. Watch out on your expenses and save for the unforeseen expenses. This time, try and keep yourself away from any kind of illicit practices which may lead to prosecution. Be careful. You may also be defamed in this society due to your own misdeeds. Taurus, during this particular time, waxing and waning moon, some of you may expect some good timing and may also experience a new, more zestful life. Your interest in food, spiritual activity is also likely to rise during this particular phase. So be careful regarding your word of speech, your conduct, your decisions, your choices. You're dealing with people, personally and professionally. Watch your word of speech. Think before you speak what to say, how to say. And do not exercise or practice arrogance. Don't go through a stubborn attitude. Refrain from arrogance, stubborn attitude, or offensive language for anybody. Please. The task you must follow. Task number 1. You must keep 2 solar silver balls in your possession, in your pocket all the time. Task number 2. You must wear a solar silver ball in your silver chain around your neck. You must wear a solar silver ball in a silver chain around your neck. Task number 3. You must keep saffron in a silver box in your possession. You must wear a fine gold studs in your ears. Task number 5, you must keep a black dog. 6, you must donate 8 religious priests mixed color blanket, bananas and money. Precaution, due to Rahu's second house position, Ketu's 8th house position. Precaution, you must not buy any electronic goods. You must not rewire the property or any extension work or on the property or any plumbing work on the house. Second, you must not accept any electronic goods from anybody as a gift. Third precaution, never ever insult any of your elders or any of your relations, please. Fourth precaution, do watch your diet, do watch your word of speech. Chanting you must exercise during this particular time due to transit of Rahu and Ketu, 2nd house and 8th house, chanting which will help you. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundaya Viche. 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 More you do it, more you achieve it. Taurus, the complication you might have to face in 2019. The complication you must prepare yourself, you might have to face. So be prepared. The complication number 1. Taurus, you will face lots of family relationship complications, marriage relationship complications. Sometimes marriage relationship can fluctuate. Complication number 2. Your friends, your own people will cheat you, deceive you, dump you, take advantage of you. Third complication. You must look after your marriage relationship if you're already married. A companionship as well, if you are in a romantic relationship. And please refrain from any misunderstanding, any bitterness, any lack of trust, any friction, clashes, lack of satisfaction in the relationship. Invest passion, love, affection, understanding, care, friendship in the relationship, not attitude, foul attitude, not aggression or stubborn attitude. Fourth, Taurus, you will face lots of obstacles, delays, hindrances, waste of time and vacuums. Fifth complication, sometime profession will offer you challenges, complication and testing your fiber, you're testing your confidence, testing your self-esteem. Sixth complication, if you want to change your place regarding state, country, city or town, then you must be well prepared for any unexpected situation, complications or challenges. Seventh complication, Taurus, you must be extra careful when you sign any legal document. Eighth complication for Taurus, you must follow the righteous path, otherwise you'll end up ruining something very important. Refrain from foul path, please. Taurus general overview for 2019. The general overview 2019, in this coming year 2019, you can turn about in interesting ways. You'll find yourself in important position in this year 2019 as long as you're professional, qualified, blessed with knowledge, ability and skill set, even one where you judge penalties or reward for others. In this year 2019 will force you through certain transformation which will be unpleasant but will definitely have a purpose, especially early on this year. Taurus, you will feel that nothing's worked out unless you do it yourself. You cannot rely on anybody. You will need to overcome many obstacles. In this year 2019, you'll often find yourself in a situation where you get humiliated by others. Sometimes people will blame you, backstab you, deliberately try to spoil your reputation. Taurus, you tend to have an unfriendly and not straightforward approach in this year 2019. In this year 2019, many of the opportunities for the fulfillment of your ambition may get lost or prove to be dead ends, yielding disappointment on your part. Taurus, your sense of self could comprise a great deal of vulnerability. In this year 2019, you may fall into self-destructive path. Be careful Beware of any addictions. No addiction. No consumption of intoxication, please, in any form. You count more on your own effort than on support of nature. I buy that. Yes, you can do that. But refrain from intoxication. You can run into trouble because of taking decision without careful consideration, or you become over hasty. Be very careful with credit cards. Sometimes your schemes could backfire, put you in a very danger. So pay attention if there is any potential fatal risk in your ventures or project. If you develop your subtle inner wisdom and work hard, you can become secure in this particular phase. Carrying a comparison too far to the point where it becomes judgment can only serve you to bring you difficulties. Don't get carried away. Be careful to keep feeling of anger and frustration from hurting others. Be conscious of moral values, because unethical action in your career could be your fall. In this year 2019, give happiness from family, wealth, fame, auspicious celebration at home, gain of treasure, acquisition of prestigious position. Good thoughts will rise in mind. Consequently, it will lead to success and auspicious work will happen. Means of livelihood will be acquired, or there will be a success in implementing new plans. This year 2019, all those single people have a marriage window open. All those single Taurians for this 2019. Taurus, your marriage window will open till 9th of November 2019. All the Taurus, every Taurus single person, male or female, listen, your marriage window is open till 9th of November 2019. So time to look around and ready to mingle. Don't waste time. If you're already married, then you will get happiness from family and time to conceive a baby. If you're already married, happily married person. Favor from government and person in position of authority will help you in accomplishing the task. Any dispute will meet a favorable end. Life will pass happily on its merit. Social status will be risen. In this year 2019, public confidence, political work will bring success. Enemies will surrender. And this particular time will bring you dignified status, prestige and honor. So no doubt about it. Stand by. Taurus, learning and education for 2019. Learning and education for 2019, in this year 2019, you could be a good researcher. You could be a finest researcher. If you are working as a pharmacist or scientist or mathematician, you could be doing one of the wonders. Or if you are IT consultant, IT research can be finest. Higher education may be obstructed, or you may not have interest in it due to so much distraction. If you're overly distracted, higher education, you have talent, you can do it, but distraction will make you suffer. If you're overly occupied with other commitments, the higher education will not be completed. Taurus, you may need to get out from any kind of distraction. You may need to get your education through secretive ways, hidden ways, due to loss of time. There will be lots of challenges, obstacles in completion of your education. Your education may be unusual or interrupted. But if you're overly occupied with other things, you can complete the education if obstruction is not there. If you are overly occupied with other commitment, education, you have a talent, you can do it. But you won't be able to do it if you are overly occupied with other commitments. You possess a fair amount of knowledge. Your knowledge is red hot. Despite cleverness, despite talent, you may have some learning issues. You may feel vulnerable in some situation where you need to depend on a clear mind to decide. Focus, concentration is required for that. So if you won't be careful, then chances are that your education can be incomplete. But if you can be focused, driven, determined, dedicated, disciplined, devoted, then your educational efforts will bring a dignified result. the finest result you can ever imagine. No doubt about it. Taurus, what makes you special? What is inside you is very special in 2019. In this year, 2019, you have the ability to deal with many obstacles. Possibly people who turn against you become your sworn enemy. You have a good ability to survive obstacles, overcoming oppression. You have the good ability, mediating skill. How you present your case help a lot in resolving conflicts. You have some very tricky and complicated communication skills. In this year 2019 Taurus, you're good at making legal contracts, agreements. You may have a particular ability to sense the undercurrent in power struggle and utilize your knowledge to your advantage. You have the capacity to develop deeply into some matter, to get through insight of the matter. You are very good at research and investigating activities. In this year 2019, financial responsibility or obligation can weigh heavily upon you, and you have a learning curve with money. There is a talent for sweetly neutralizing enmity and gracefully overcoming competitions. In 2019, you're artistic, have a good aesthetic sense. You're very creative, can make a superb artist. You seem to have quite a flair for marketing and art. If you suffer mechanical problem, then you will most often will resolve very quickly. Your problem will be done and dusted. Your intellect and discriminative ability may not function well under the wrong circumstances. In this year 2019, you have a sense of ethics which you communicate well to others. You display good qualities such as generosity, kindness, devotion. You may get involved in activities that involve helping others get out of their crisis by helping your health, this particular time, health, or giving insight in the confusing circumstances. You have the ability. You can sort it out. In 2019, refrain from any negative behavior. Refrain from any negative attitude, or you can fall into fatalistic ruts. Refrain from any foul loop. You may go against advice of your teacher or guru, even astrological advice. You may have a tendency not to listen and make your own rules, and can be rude. So be careful about your behavior. It might be possible that everyone can have an issue to say about you. You have a tendency to project your inner stress to your surrounding through an unfavorable, not straightforward outlook, which is not allowed. You can be tight-fisted and feel as if you are at odds with everyone and everything. That won't take you further. Be careful. Be careful. Taurus, your health for 2019. In this year 2019, your vitality may be at low periodically, contributing to health problems. Your physical strength can fluctuate. You sometimes feel physically weak. Although you have a steady health, you may experience some draining of your vital life force. In this year 2019, you may have some inexplicable, you cannot explain it, but there's an unexplainable pain in your body. There's a pain in the body, but you can't explain where is the pain, why the pain is there. Now, sometimes your own doctor can't explain to you where the pain is and why the pain is happening. There will be inexplicable pain in your body. Sleep can be disturbed, sometimes fearful, anxiety is too much, stress is there. At times there is a potential for you to suffer from mental or emotional problems, and sometimes you can be all over the place. You can have a problem regarding lower abdomen, rectum, bladders, back problem, energy level issues, addictions. In 2019, you have to have a rest. 2019, you may feel that your mind and nervous system get out of balance easily. Have a rest, have a proper sleep. You can be anxious and physically have issues. Health may be frail. It may be influenced by emotional disturbances. There may be health problem related to your voice, chest, blood, rectum. In this year 2019, your appetite is easily disturbed. How you feel. Your appetite can be here and there. Your digestive power may be somewhat sluggish, low, too much. Sometimes digestive system is not all there. And look after your digestive system. In this year 2019, take care of your skin. You need some sort of medical attention. If you are suffering with the piles or hemorrhoid or anything, go and see your doctor. Look after your lower abdomen. Look after your back. Look after if there's any pain in the hip. Any skin problem, go and see the doctor. Health should be good, but there's a possibility of some sort of a issue regarding complication in your reproductive organs. So be careful. You must pay attention to the health and be careful. So is this particular time you have to be extremely cautious and careful how you operate and refrain from any risk-taking tendencies. So be careful. Taurus, your romance, your love life for 2019. Your romance and love life in 2019. In this year 2019, your marriage window has been open till 9th of November 2019. If you're Taurian, if you're a single, time to get married till 9th of November 2019. Marriage window has been open. So your romance or pleasant social relationship may develop at workplace. It might possible. Relationship will bring happiness. Relationship improve, signify overly time. You may have to be competitive where it comes to matter of love and liking. You attract partners that are knowledgeable, have a good judgment. In 2019 Taurus, relationship may take turn where proper conduct goes by the wayside and respect is lost. Then it can be difficult to consistently maintaining effective communication in the relationship when the respect is lost. You can be overly optimistic and somewhat wasteful in relationship. So both of you have to be careful how you conduct and behave and how you talk to each other. In this year 2019, you like playful romantic adventures and sometimes you can get carried away. You may have many romantic endeavors and you will have a fortunate relationship. Matrimonial relationship may not be smooth. If you're already married, the matrimonial relationship in 2019 will not be smooth. If you're not careful, then there will be some loss regard to relationship in this year. Either in terms of there's some sort of a unspoken separation between you and your partner, or bitterness, or conflict, or silent conflict, or some sort of an issue develop between you and your spouse. Or your spouse may withdraw from relationship. In year 2019, you and your spouse have generally good communications, but a few times questions of separation may arise. Marriage seems like unknown terrain. Your marriage might be an area where complications and conflict keep on occurring. Be careful. Your spouse wishes holds sway over you. You easily attract disagreements with your partner. Watch your word of speech. Watch your conduct and dealing. You have to be extra careful. In 2019, may I say that you have to be careful how you conduct with each other, how you behave with each other, how you talk to each other, how you respect each other. You have to invest a lot of respect, honor, passion, care, love, affection, friendship in your relationship, not aggression, not stubborn attitude, not ego, not might is right. No. You have to be a good listener. Listen to your partner and if more you exercise humility, softness, more you become polite, more you become friendly, more you have easiness in the relationship, more you become stubborn, more you become aggressive, more you become sharp with your language and attitude, more you humiliate your partner, more you become arrogant, more you come to a state of mind where you don't want to listen, then you have a problem in the relationship. You can look after the relationship if you give up all these negative nonsense and you invest passion, love, affection, care, understanding, and politeness, and exercise humility. Very gentle approach. Tough approach will not go anywhere with you when it comes to marriage relationship. So you have to take care of your relationship very thoroughly and make sure that everything go properly. Keep the honor of the relationship there. Don't lose the respect for each other, please. Taurus, your social life, 2019. In the year 2019, you have many friends. Among us, the people you typically associate with, there are some dynamic and strong individuals. Maintaining a deep friendship can be problematic as life is too busy. When it comes to social life, Taurus, you like to spend money on your friends, but sometimes their problems create a trouble for you. Taurus, you'll make great deal in inspiring friends, which will pave your way to financial independence. In this year 2019, you tend to create a fair and pleasant friendship, which grow and improve over time. In a business, you like to work as part of a team, and you are popular with your associates. Friendship will often see you long separations or break in regular communication. Female may figure as your enemy. You may have many enemies or competitors, and friends may be untrustworthy. In year 2019, person who you thought would support you may turn out to be opponents in disguise. You may succeed at overcoming differences, and your enemies may turn into friends. Your opponents may suffer injuries or health problems. You can benefit from competitive situations. You generally come out on top in competitions or litigations. In 2019, any competitor or enemy has to keep a close eye on you. But in the end, you are the one that is likely to overcome your opponents. Enemies may cost you financially. You might be able to say that you don't have any enemy, but if you do, then that may get the better of you. Your identity is unmistakable for everyone else. In this year 2019, congenial and hospitable, you're highly social, enjoying entertaining neighbors, friends, relatives. In a group of people, you will sometimes be instrumental to get everyone excited about a common goal. That's you. You have the links to influential organizations that may be involved in artistic, humanity-related activities. In this year 2019, you may have spontaneous initiative, insight into situation and people. At times, other people take time to adopt to your lifestyle. You may have to face separation from the people who are dear to you. Although you may get into a conflict with people from your own extended family or similar background, you get along well with people of different background from yourself. In 2019, your counsel to people can be immediately helpful, but they are not always receptive in it. You may find it difficult to communicate with others or to gain a good reputation, respect, or trust. You're a good judge in relationships with a balanced view in evaluating each party's point of view. Your children, your employee, your students may go through stages of transformation that may involve struggle before them come into their happiness and prosperity. In this year 2019, there is a tendency to get into disagreement about things you love. So stand by. Taurus, your business, profession, career in 2019. Taurus, your business, profession, career in 2019. In this year 2019, you are a hard worker but prone to gaps in your career only when you focus being distracted. You're qualified for many types of work because of your natural sophistication, but you're ready to do most tedious, troublesome work for your progress. Your work will influence others somehow. You want to undertake large projects that require a lot of energy. In year 2019, you are engaged in business which may be widespread but does not generate large profit. You have the entrepreneur spirit, eager to take advantage of opportunities. You'll be interested in growing through business association with other parties. You work best in association with others, especially when you are appreciated. In this year 2019, you will flourish well in partnership with friends, siblings. Partnership bring along your material progress as well as general support. Partnership will prove to be positive opportunity for financial enhancement at this particular stage. You're open to all kind of relationship and partnership, so need to be careful not to be cheated by anybody. No. 2019, a major development in your profession will take place as a result of partnership. You have a business acumen, no doubt about it. You have a good relationship with people around you. You have a gift of the gab. You can present, you can express. But in 2019, you may have troubles with people around you, very close to you. May I say that avoid venturing into any business or financial deal, especially with your own siblings. That can create problem. In 2019, you will attain fame, name. You'll rise in power and associate with powerful people and get honor, recognition and titles. In 2019, you'll be well off with fascinating and talented friends. You'll be able to utilize opportunities presented by influential people and gain in process. You can have the success in business, especially in large corporations. If you're not careful, then there might be many gaps, breaks in your career, and your goals and your career activities undergo important changes. In 2019, you'll attain a high position. It might be hard to sustain it. Your whole year will go through some significant transformation, which will be accompanied with lots of work, with struggle. But eventually, your struggle will pay you back in the form of sweet success. You'll have a good potential to gain reputation and be known in your field of profession, no doubt about it. Your reputation could be damaged at some point by backstabbing by other people. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. Make sure people who are backstabbers, you know who are they. Deal with them, please. Taurus, your property and investments for this coming year 2019. Your property investment in 2019. In this year 2019, you're likely to gain wealth financially from your partnerships. Growth and prosperity will come to you like involving a partnership. You will gain more from partnerships and relationships in general. There will be a situation where money is made quite quickly, but you may have to scramble for it or go through litigation. In this year 2019, income generation is problematic, but you may make money from foreign contacts and activities of a charitable or spiritual nature. Occupation connected to dead, like insurance or dying, brings you money. Insurance claims can bring you money. Sometime enterprise you have embarked on with the hopes of gain turn out to bring losses. You may own a speedboat or very fine car. In this year 2019, investments in the field of real estate are not likely to be profitable due to position of Saturn. Financially, you may gain substantially, but then lose it again due to heavy expenditure. You may incur debts. You have a hard time making both ends meet because of a lot of expenses, because of a habit of taking money from one person to pay another. Perhaps lotteries might not be so lucky for you. This time, refrain from any kind of gambling or risky investments. It won't work out for you. Be careful before you invest any money anywhere, please. Taurus nature characteristics and temperament. Taurus nature characteristics and temperament. Taurus for you, I'm using the word he for my own convenience. You can use he or she, makes no difference. Taurus is Taurus. Male or female, the nature will be same. Taurus, if you're a Taurian, he or she will be calm, firm by nature and will be devoted to their work with patience and determination. Taurus, he or she will be physically strong, mentally very tolerant and forbearing. Taurus will be generally not enraged, but in the case the Taurus can be provoked, Taurus's anger will be so violent and dangerous as can create an earthquake. Yes. Taurus will be materialistically inclined to accumulate luxuries, things, and will acquire comfort of life. Taurus will be authoritative. Taurus may give the biggest of sacrifice for the dearest one, but may never forgive those whom the Taurus hates. Taurus will be very social. Taurus will get the pleasure in being hospitable regarding the family members. And hospitality is one of the quality for Taurus. The hospitality can be uncomparable for the family, friends and relatives. Taurus will be fond of beauty, music, art, craft, presentation, good clothes. Taurus will prefer happy and luxurious lifestyle and always make an effort to acquire it. Taurus will be stubborn by nature, always will have the ability to successfully execute their plans and make a dignified success. Taurus will give a lot of thought to trivial things, and this may lead to delay in all their work. Their thoughts are there. They go for the very small details and spend a lot of time. Taurus can be practical, will be practical in many matters, will be desirous of earning wealth, will focus on their goals and not on the medium. Taurus will make friends after giving considerable thought, will always be devoted to them. Taurus can be very responsible as far their love life, married life is concerned. Taurus will show off in the social circle, but very shy in expressing their love. Taurus can be somber, will be somber, thoughtful, peace-loving, and large-hearted. Taurus will face disappointments and will suffer from anxiety because of laziness, selfishness, sensuality, materialism, and other bad deeds. That's Taurus nature. Taurus lucky points. The lucky points for Taurus, according to Shastras, because of the Venus being the Lord of Taurus, if you're a Taurian born, you have an attractive appearance, large eyes, round face, broad facial structure, wide chest, mole on the back, face, side or shoulder, or high shoulder, dense hair, broad waist, shoulder, feet, thighs, will have a beautiful walking. If you're a Taurian, you'll be very polite, calm-natured, tolerant, liberal, pleasure-loving, sensuous, sacrificing, prudent, wealthy, hardworking, bold, intelligent, devoted to the parents and teachers, impressive, prominent at meetings, determined in their work, occasionally upsetting due to many things, suffering from cold and coughs, friendly, devoid of inherited wealth, blessed with kids, children, fortunate, famous, forgiving, capable of digesting food easily, endowed with stable and good friends. Taurus is, may I say that, very happy-go-lucky, staying away from relatives, interested in painting, art, craft, music, gaining sudden wealth, fond of authority, interested in leading a happy life, fearful of going to false jail or false charges, favorite among females, blessed with an obedient partner, having a relationship, more than one relationship. There may be suffering from cold or eye issue or throat problem or abdominal problem or ear problems in the old age. According to modern viewpoint, Taurian always be stable and firm natured. Patience is there, tolerance is there, endowed with physical and mental tolerance, forbearing, having a sometimes dangerous and violent temper, and they provoked. Collector of worldly comfort, capable of sacrificing everything for their beloved, and unforgiving toward the people they hate. They are fond of beauty, music, art and craft, and good clothes, and happy and luxurious life. They will strive to acquire it. They will stubborn, will have the ability to accomplish their plans, will give a lot of thoughts to trivial work. They will be practical about money matters, will be desirous of earning wealth. They will care about targets, not the mediums. They'll make friends after long consideration, will be devoted to them. They will bear responsibility in relation to love affair, family life, and will suffer disappointments and anxiety because of laziness, selfishness, sensuality, materialism, and other faults. Taurus physical characteristics. The person who is a Taurian have a mediocre height, have a good physique. Taurus always have a broad and strong shoulders, thick neck, short arms, legs. Taurus will have a round face, big eyes, a broad forehead, and fat lips. Taurus will always have a mole on their face or on their back, or birthmark in the shape of a garlic drop like a varna on their body. Taurus lucky colors for 2019, silver, cream, yellow. Taurus unlucky color for 2019, green, white. Green and white should be avoided. The lucky colors, silver, cream, yellow. Taurus lucky precious stone you should wear for 2019. Taurus, you must wear fine quality astrological activated ruby, emerald in gold square pendant around your neck. I'm going to repeat again. You must be wearing fine quality astrological activated ruby, emerald in gold square pendant around your neck for rising success, establishments, peace of mind, recognition, appreciation, name, fame, establishments, creativity, flow of income, wealth, assets, savings, common sense, wisdom, education, peace of mind, emotional stability, defense from any crisis, neutralizing any conflict or crisis or trauma with anybody. The very one you must wear this particular pendant with ruby and emerald around your neck. It will form you status. It will give you security in the long run. And you must wear fine quality astrological activated diamond and blue sapphire in right hand's middle finger in platinum. For Taurus, that's very important for you, Taurus, at this time, for rise in luck, for establishment, for business, for profession, for career, for status, prestige, honor, defense from any crisis, health, success, prosperity, happiness. You must wear this thing, blue sapphire and diamond in platinum, right hand's middle finger. Taurus millionaire direction, millionaire facing direction if you want to buy any property in 2019. If you're buying a property which is northeast facing or east facing, you will be fine. Taurus unlucky direction facing for the property for 2019, south facing. South facing property or refrain from it. Don't buy any south facing property, please. Taurus astrological task and remedies. Astrological task and remedies. Task number 1 for 2019 and all the astrological tasks and remedies for 2019. Task number 1. Do donate whole meal atta, whole moong dal, rice, chana dal to temper the langar. Quantity whatever you can afford. 12 times, 24 times, 48 times, 52 times. Choice is yours. Task number 2. Do avoid consuming salt on Sunday. Try to do fasting on Sunday if you can. Refrain from consuming any form of salt on Sunday. Task number 3. Do feed your father jaggery. Do feed your father, offer your father jaggery, good. Task number 4. Do keep river water in a brass gargar in northwest direction inside the house. Very important. Task number 5. You must keep black dog and look after your dog like your own kid. Look after your dog. Keep a black dog. If you can't keep a black dog, do donate dog feed to dog home. 6. Please do apply a mixture of sindoor and yasmin oil on Hanumanji on every Tuesday and Saturday. It's very, very important for your business, profession, career. 7. You must keep honey in a clay pot in your house. It will stabilize your profession. Number 8. You must donate white sari, white suit, black socks to eunuchs, hijadas or khwaja sara. In English language they call it eunuchs. In our language, hijra. Or in Pakistan they call it khwaja sara. So you must donate white sari, fancy sari, white fancy suit, black socks and money to eunuchs 8 times on Wednesday. 9th task. Please do get your left nostril pierced on Wednesday and do wear a white metal stud in your left nostril for 43 days, 86 days, 129 days, 240 days, and after so many days take out the stud and flow in the fast flowing river. But during that time, please make sure that you won't perform any astrological task whatsoever. You must wear a white metal stud in your left nostril 43 days, 86 days, 129 days or 240 days, and after so many days take out the stud and flow in the fast flowing river. But during that particular timing, 43 days, 86 days, 129 days or 240 days, make sure you're not performing any task whatsoever, please. Next task. Do organize Kanya Pujan in the temple. Donate young girls green dresses or money and sweets. 11th task. Do wear a black undergarments. Do donate your daughter, aunt and sister-in-law green dresses, money and sweets. Do organize Namak Chamak Rudra Abhishek with yellow flowers. You must keep a silver square piece in your pocket all the time. You must bury 8 kg black salt in the ground on Saturday morning, 8 Saturday early morning. Please do donate money towards any girl's wedding. It's a very important task. And if you can, do wear a fine gold studs in your ears. Next task, do organize Ganpati Pujan with Ganpati Sahasranam in the temple. Or you can organize the same pujan at home. Do organize Ganpati Pujan with 1000 name of Ganpati. And do it every day or once in a week. Please, the day should be Wednesday or Thursday. This will build up your profession, give you prosperity and success. Taurus precaution for you for 2019, what you shouldn't do. The precaution for Taurus in 2019, precaution number 1, refrain from getting into love affairs. Refrain from getting into illicit relationship. 2, do not drink any milk in the night time. 3rd, please don't keep any rusted weapons or tools in your house. Next precaution, make sure you won't keep any taweez, rak, bhabooti, dry flowers, bell, shank in your possession. Make sure you won't keep any taweez, rak, bhabooti, dry flowers, bell, shank in your possession or shivling in your possession. No. 5th precaution, refrain from collecting or keeping any kind of clutter in your possession, like unused books or magazines, old clothes, out of order wristwatches or alarm clocks, unused mobile phone, unused mobile phone chargers, broken mirror, chipped crockery, unused pipes, woods, rusty things, unused cable, wires, any form of clutter. Get rid of it. or chipped crockery, please. Sixth precaution. Refrain from consumption of alcohol, refrain from consumption of smoking, any form of intoxication, non-vegetarian food. Next precaution. Refrain from lies, scandals, fraud, scams, any form of gambling, risky investment, cheating, deceptions. Refrain from any kind of family relationship, marriage relationship, romantic relationship conflicts. Refrain from revealing your secrets to anybody. Please refrain from selling your parental property. Please refrain from keeping temple in the house. Please don't give your old clothes to anybody in the charity, or don't go give your worn clothes to anybody. You should not give your own worn clothes to anybody, please. Don't keep any elephant-like statues, anything made of ivory in your house. No. Taurus chanting for 2019. Chanting for this year 2019. The chanting which will help you. The chanting number 1. Chanting number 1 is for medicinal cure and effects. If you're going through any problem, crisis, trauma, any hassles, personally or professionally or financially or health or any problem, any crisis or trauma, please do this chanting. Chanting number 1. Aum Halrim Baglamukhi Sarv Dushtanam Vacham Mukham Padam Stambhay Jivam Kilaye Buddhim Vinashaye Halrim Om Swaha. Om Halrim Baglamukhi Sarv Dushtanam Vacham Mukham Padam Stambhay Jivam Kilaye Buddhim Vinashaye Halrim Om Swaha. Om Halrim Baglamukhi Sarv Dushtanam Vacham Mukham Padam Stambhay Jivam Kilaye Buddhim Vinashaye Halrim Om Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Requirement is jug of water. Asan is mixed color blanket. Timing is daytime after 4:30 a.m. to any time in the day or night. Direction facing east in the day. But if you're going through a living conflict in your life, if you're going through a real trauma in your life, then direction facing should be south only. South facing direction, do this chanting, but do it in the night time after 10 p.m. If you don't have any conflict, you have other problems, the direction facing should be east and follow this. But if you have problems, then direction should be south facing. Timing should be for the chanting 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. But do this chanting with full force, with full focus and concentration. Aum Halrim Baglamukhi Sarv Dushtanam Vacham Mukham Padam Stambhay Jivam Kilaye Buddhim Vinashaye Halrim Om Swaha. Aum Halrim Baglamukhi Sarv Dushtanam Vacham Mukham Padam Stambhay Jivam Kilaye Buddhim Vinashaye Halrim Om Swaha. More you do it, more you root out your problems for good, for the best. Chanting number 2, for achieving rise, achieving boost, for achieving rise, to activating the rise and boost. This chanting is Om Sharim Harim Kalim Glom Gam Ganpate Varvarde Sarvjanme Vashmanai Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Glom Gam Ganpate Varvarde Sarvjanme Vashmanai Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Galom Gam Ganpate Varvarde Sarvjanme Vashmanai Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Galom Gam Ganpate Varvarde Sarvjanme Vashmanai Swaha. Requirement is jug of water. Asan is mixed color blanket. Timing have to be after 10 p.m. Direction facing northeast. Or timing can be early part of the morning as well. Direction facing northeast. Timing for the chanting 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. More you do it, more you achieve it. Wish you all the best for the 2019. And I pray for to Ma Bhagavati, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati give you strength to face this year. You'll be able to overcome any problems, any complications, as long as you lead your life with full discipline, devotion, and that will help you in any kind of situations. You will be able to make something dignified out of this year. Wish you all the best, Taurus. Best of luck. Thank you.